waited 3 years for the Best of Both Worlds live in concert. It was one of the most anticipated shows of the year, but it ended with an unexpected turn of events.
I saw a guy looking real hard at me, you know what I'm saying? And I said, okay, it's New York, it's hard, it's all good, you know what I'm saying? But I went back to the left, came right back to the right, and during that time, dude opened up his coat. I can't say the guy had a gun. I don't know. Did I ever see a gun? No, I didn't. Did I see somebody gesture like they had a gun? Twice. And that I became concerned about my safety. So I saw something. I don't know what I saw. It was like 6 row, whatever. That's what happened. But I wasn't gonna take any chances. Yeah, something sometimes tell me, man, was I just overthinking? No. But then when I say I saw what I saw, I'm not crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not crazy. But anybody that would see something like that, I'm not the first, and I know I'm not the last. But I thought about my fans. I thought about radio stations. I thought about what everybody was gonna say. I thought about what could possibly go down, and I said to myself, if something's gonna happen to me, it's gonna happen while I'm doing my work. I have never just stopped a show.
It's foolery. He dropped the mic and got off stage. About 5 minutes of straight black. No lights, no nothing.
So I'm in the back changing, I'm in the quick booth changing. I'm gonna give you the background scene. Yeah, I'm in the quick booth changing. And I feel like, again, wait a minute. Like, you know when you feel like for a second the music didn't drop, I'm like, what's going on? What's happening? And I look through the thing and I see him in front of the stage, but I can't hear what he's saying. I didn't know he said something as ridiculous as someone in the crowd is pointing a gun at him. That's Madison Square Garden. Are you crazy? Like, does he know where he's at? This is the garden. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, how much more can a man stand? It's supposed to be the best of both worlds. And this is not taking anything away from R. Kelly as a performer. Because we all love R. Kelly's music. Just let me say that. No doubt. It's not going to change the fact that R. Kelly's a great artist. It's just that on that other level, something is missing.
People gave him love when he was performing.
Yeah, but that's the problem. If I get love, he has a problem with that. Like, his ego cannot take that. And I fucked him like a real dude because he's not used to having real dudes. Like, yo, dude, you ruining yourself. You know, I don't work for you, B. You know what I'm saying? I don't work for you, nor am I under you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a bad dude myself.
We having problems on tour. We having problems on tour. We having problems on tour.
I have no motive, no reason whatsoever to be, first of all, jealous of Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. I'm a fan of Jay's. I'm going to always be a fan of Jay's. Mm-hmm. I'm a very positive person. Anybody hear my music, they know that. I am not worried about Jay-Z on stage, R. Kelly on stage, him doing better than me. There's no way that Jay-Z can do better than me.
The best of both worlds is about you doing the best of what you do, I do the best of what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to try to outshine you or destroy you on stage. I'm here to do my part, the best of what I do. You're not gonna have the same reaction as you don't know. The best of both worlds is about you doing the best of what you do, I do the best of what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to try to outshine you or destroy you on stage. I'm here to do my part, the best of what I do. You're not gonna have the same reaction as you don't know.
I'm not jealous of Jay-Z. I'm a fan of Jay's. Tone Trackmaster, get him in here. He know how much I talk about Jay. I'll be back there dancing while Jay out there on the stage. I got pepper spray on the way to the stage.
So you were gonna go back. So you were gonna go back on stage.
I was on the stage, basically walking up the steps to the stage, on the stage. And I got pepper spray, and it went in my eye, went in my mind. Know what the hell it was. It's just, you know what I'm saying? All I know is security grabbed me and then got me out of back to the dressing room until they can get cars or whatever. Ambulance came, got me. Went in the ambulance so they could put some stuff in my eyes or whatever. Got me to the hospital, checked me out, and here I am.
I mean, this is supposed to be the best thing in the world. 3 sold out shows in the Garden, 5 New York shows. I mean, that's just
There's no way possible that this is gonna be fixed. And
I can't do it. I can't do it. I mean, enough. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm real.
I see.
I mean, you got a whole arena full of people that came to see both of us, and now I gotta carry that whole weight. Like, that could have went out anyway. He put me out there. He put me out there too many times. It's just too many times is enough.
This guy, he has the best of both worlds. What I told him, he's not used to being around real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ruining yourself because he's around a lot of fake dudes, and they not giving him the honest truth. Don't be wearing that purple all the way up to your chest and all that. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Keep the kid grounded. He's not grounded.
Foxconn.
I'm mad. I'm disappointed, dude.
Yeah,
It's
more so than
disappointing.
anything
It's
else.
disappointing, like on all levels. Like this guy, I got his albums too. I'm a fan of, dude saying some real things. That's why I was drawn to him. Like, yo, you saying some real things, but it's not real, man.
Wow.
Turn it off. It's all good. Whatever you need.
Thanks.
I know this is a touchy. I know this is a big deal and a very crazy situation. So
It's all good. It's not that big. The situation is this. First of all, before anything, you guys may not want to hear this, but I apologize to New York and I apologize to my fans for the show going left. That was certainly not my intentions to make the show go left. I love performing. I don't care who I perform with. I'm very secure in who I am. I've been in this for 15 years. I'm not gonna, and I'm still successful at it. I feel at the top of my game. I feel real good about that. I have no incentive. I have no motive, no reason whatsoever to be, first of all, jealous of Jay-Z. I'm a fan of Jay's. I'm gonna always be a fan of Jay's. I'm a very positive person. Anybody hear my music, they know that. I am not worried about Jay-Z on stage, R. Kelly on stage, him doing better than me. There's no way that Jay-Z can do better than me. There's no way that I can do better than Jay, because for one, Jay is like a tennis player, I'm like a golf player, and we're both at the top of our games. That's what makes up the best of both worlds in the first place. There's no way that there can be any type of competing from my end with Jay-Z, because I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Some shows I've ripped, some shows Jay's ripped. I expected what I expected here, because this is his home. That's the way it's supposed to go. Michael Jordan, back home, the same thing, 99.5 point whatever's left of my shows at home is the same way. My phone, sorry.
somebody please with the phones.
That's R. Kelly's phone.
Oh, that's your phone.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
my phone's blowing up too.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
But I ain't answering it. It's just because people, when you're answering your phone, ain't nothing but people that's gonna just add negative drama to it. And I like to keep it naked and keep it the truth. Doing this whole tour, Jay's been turning out a lot of shows, but I've been turning out a lot of shows. It just depends on what your market is. Everybody know that. But tonight had absolutely nothing to do with Jay's getting a better response, because I said earlier, I expected it. He's at home, and I know what Jay, I'm 15 years deep in the business. I know what Jay is at home, But with this show, when we first came out, as you said, I heard you earlier, and you were saying we was rocking and everything. I mean, Mary said that everything was rocking, and she was right. It was jumping off,
Nobody
I felt good.
from the crowd, we couldn't tell there was any kind of problem coming, or that even when you left, I didn't I was like, what did he say?
Right.
What happened?
Exactly.
Like, I didn't know what.
We didn't understand it.
Right. If you guys just, you guys here and all my fans out there is listening, if you guys just take a minute, just a second, and go back 15 years, I have never just stopped a show. I don't care who I've been on the stage with. It may not be the best of both worlds, but I've been on stage with many of people.
Right.
And I've seen artists come out and get way more response than me on some shows. But I'm not about competing with people. I love music, and I love doing what I do.
So what happened?
Well, what happened is when I came out, first of all, I was threatened earlier prior to that, Don't come to Madison Square Garden. Now, this ain't my first time being threatened. I've been threatened before.
What do you mean threatened on the phone? Or?
Yeah, on the phone. Yeah, on the phone. And I've never been, scared of anything but God. You know what I'm saying? So I came anyway. And but I didn't let my people know. I let my lawyers know. I let my business manager know, and a couple of people that's close to me that I had gotten threatened. And what you think I should do?
Was this an anonymous threat, or was this somebody that you know?
It was a private call on my phone.
Nobody that you knew. Just don't come to the garden.
Nobody that I knew.
Something's gonna. Did they threaten?
Anytime I've been threatened on the phone, I didn't know who it was. You know what I'm saying? But it happened. But I came anyway because I really wanted this show to happen, just like Jay, just like everybody else. But I don't know who Jay travels with. I travel with 3 kids of mine. I got 3 kids. I got a wife out here with me. You know what I'm saying? And they were with me. They at the show. but they come out on Happy People, you know what I'm saying? And doing me and Jay's part, I saw a guy looking real hard at me, you know what I'm saying? And I said, okay, it's New York, it's hard, it's all good, you know what I'm saying? But I went back to the left, came right back to the right, and during that time, dude opened up his coat. I can't say the guy had a gun. I'm not gonna lie on anybody. I don't know if he had a gun, but when he made the movement to open up his coat, I saw something. I don't know what I saw. It was like 6 row, whatever. That's what happened. I bypassed it. I didn't worry about it. But when I went backstage, after Jay came out, I went back to change so I could come out for my segment. I asked my wardrobe. I told my wardrobe lady what had happened. And I asked her, what do you think I should do? You think I should? Because I don't want nobody thinking that it's going to be some more drama or anything like that. But she told me I should just let security know or whatever. By the time I was talking to her and changing, between talking to her and changing, I got back out. It was my time to go back out for ignition. I came back out for ignition. The guy wasn't there. I had told my guy John to go around and see if he had saw the guy. John said he actually remember a guy sitting like maybe 5th or 6th row. So he ran out there, but he said the guy wasn't there. I came out and I ain't see the guy either. But as I'm performing now, I'm really into the crowd, like really looking in the crowd. I see another guy in the bleachers doing the same damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my French, but I saw another guy.
You saw him from the bleachers?
There was another guy in the bleachers to my right doing the same thing. Maybe 4 rows up, going up. You know the bleachers that go up. So saw another guy.
Is that when you said? Is that your girl, homie? Like right around that?
No. This when I was like, around the time when I was singing, the first time was around the time when I was singing, what's the song, A Woman's Fed Up? When I said, calling Tyrone. Yeah, you know, I never do that. Anybody know my show, I usually let the audience sing it. And they'll usually say, calling Tyrone. Well, my fans know what I'm talking about. So, anyway, I sang that part tonight for the first time ever, because I know it's a part you let the crowd sing. But the reason I sang it because at that point I was nervous as hell. And I was, struggling for my words. It got quiet a few times on my segment because the things that I was supposed to say, I couldn't say because I'm worried about my back,
Right.
or my front, you know what I'm saying? So at this point, the second time it happened, the segment was almost over. I went backstage. I ain't gonna lie, I was crying, I was upset, I was pissed off, and I called my production manager, Chris. He called Daryl McDavid, which is my business manager. I told him what was going on. They sent security out, this, that, and the other. And by the time I got through crying and going through all of the whole thing with them and snapping, man, they was telling me, it'll be cool. I said, no, it ain't cool unless y'all go find that guy. You know what I'm saying? Or find those guys or whatever. After that, I went back on stage out of being desperate because Jay had just came off and the crowd was just sitting there. So I snatched the mic back. I went out there. I was crying. I was upset. And I simply told my fans, I love them and I thank them for supporting R. Kelly. But we're in a situation with something like that where, somebody flashed some guns at me. And at this point, I'm thinking.
Did you say something? Was that the whole thing you said? Did you say something about, I think there's going to be a riot, or I think people gonna run up out of here, or something like that?
I ain't say nothing like that. No? Don't even make sense.
Okay.
I ain't say nothing like that.
Something like people gonna run out of here.
I said I love my fans. I said I hope y'all are still my fans after I say what I gotta say. I was trying to get security to come out here and say it, but I decided to do it myself because I wanted them to hear from the horse's mouth. This is what I saw. Now, this ain't the first time I've been in an audience. Somebody made a messed up gesture at me or whatever. Back in the past, it's happened. In my last show, sometime depending on what city, whatever, it has happened. But it's just that I had got a call prior to that earlier today, and then for me to get here, and then this happened. Man, I became nervous as hell. At this point, I'm thinking about my safety. I'm thinking about my kids, and I'm thinking about my wife, and I'm thinking about just,
What about, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, I know, but I'm just curious, because I know there was other shows that Jay was saying when he was here, you heard it, that you left, there was like 4 or 5 shows that you left, and he felt, I guess, because it was for the same issues that he believed it was for this one. I mean, what was the case in the other shows?
The other case in the other shows, it wasn't 4 or 5 shows, I Let me just I was just at the end of this.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish.
I can be here till the morning answering these questions. But what happened is at that point in time, I was concerned about my safety, and I was concerned about my kids and my wife. You know what I'm saying? So I went to the dressing room after I made that announcement and apologized to everybody, but let them know what was happening. Went to my dressing room. And then by that time, the the New York police came, and they asked me what happened. I told them what had happened. So they locked my door, just told me, just hold on, just chill for a minute until we can, sweep the place and we can see those guys. At that time, I asked them, had they checked, all my people really was asking them, had they checked the place? Had they checked everybody? And they said they did. They checked all the guys coming in and everything, but they didn't check all of the girls. They checked most of them. They didn't check all of them, And at this point, I became even more concerned, you know what I'm saying? Because anybody, let's be real, can carry a weapon. I know where I come from. Guys can get their girls a weapon and bring it in, whatever. I don't know. Did I ever see a gun? No, I didn't. Did I see somebody gesture like they had a gun? Twice. And that I became concerned about my safety. So at that point in time, lawyers was back there, everybody, because just like for Jay or anybody else at this point, your lawyers and everybody else gonna be concerned about your well-being and notify the cops or whatever. I was done for tonight. I was done. But when Jeff Sharp, which is the promoter of the tour, came back there and told me that everything was cool, we gonna get the police out here. It's 140 some police. They've called more. They're gonna get them out there and sweep the place and make sure that everything is cool. And if they do that, would you feel comfortable about going back out? And I said, we'll do that. They did that and they came back, which is plenty enough time for me to go and perform. And they did it. They came back. They said everything was cool. They got cops all out there.
When you say sweep the place,
just go out there and look for the guys, see if they see anybody, and then just place them in a certain area where, if anything do jump off, they all over the place.
Right.
They all on it.
So the cops went out there. Now you're backstage. I'm just want to get clear.
Yeah.
So you made your announcement that you believe there was people out there with guns waving them at you. Then you went backstage, and then the cops went out to kind of secure the area more, just kind of
exactly
and check. All right. So then go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Then they came back, told me, they got a lot of cops out there now. Everything should be cool. Even though I said to myself, but y'all ain't gonna be walking around on stage with me. I said that to myself, but I thought about my fans. I thought about radio stations. I thought about what everybody was gonna say. I thought about what could possibly go down, and I said to myself, if something's gonna happen to me, it's gonna happen while I'm doing my work. That's what I said to myself.
So you plan to go back out?
I didn't plan. Jeff Sharp was on his way to make a statement because I told him I'm going back out. I still have my earphones on. Still, even now, I still got my what you call it?
Battery pack.
He still has his battery pack on.
I put my backpack on and my mic and everything like that. So we on the way back to the stage. At this point, it's me, Ja Rule. Okay. We on the way back to the stage. You know what I'm saying? And I went up the stairs to go on stage. I was told don't come up on the stage, whatever. And then people started pepper spraying me in my eyes.
Just from where? From the crowd or from backstage?
No. Backstage. And I can't get no names who that is right now.
Oh, but you know who it is. You know who it was. It's somebody that you know. Somebody that you know.
Yeah.
Somebody that was upset maybe that you didn't finish your show tonight.
Well, can't say I didn't finish it.
But at that point, they assumed probably that you were not going to finish the show and was upset.
It doesn't deserve pepper spray in the eye or the face or none of that. Doesn't deserve violence at all. Because that's not what we out here for. We out here to perform. We out here to have things happen. There's been times on the show, Jay had, in the middle of the show, Jay have changed songs, no problem. Jay have left the show, said he had something he had to do. We cut the show short. I came out and I announced to the people that it's all good. Made them look good, made me look good, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about to me. That's what it'll be about tomorrow, whatever.
Wow.
But I got pepper sprayed on the way to the stage.
So you were
not
gonna go
leaving the
back.
building.
So you were gonna go back on stage.
I was on the stage, basically walking up the steps to the stage, on the stage, and I got pepper sprayed, and it went in my eye, went in my mind. I know what the hell it was. It's just, you know what I'm saying. All I know is security grabbed me and then got me out of back to the dressing room until they can get cars or whatever. Ambulance came, got me. I went in the ambulance so they could put some stuff in me and a couple of security's eyes or whatever. Got me to the hospital, checked me out, and here I am.
Wow. All right, just so I could kind of understand too, to go back what I asked you before about the other shows, because I mean you have to understand that to a fan or to somebody who bought the tickets or to somebody even just hearing the stories, it's like, oh man, damn, you know, it's kind of understandable. But with a history of people saying that there's been a couple of shows before this that you broke out on, I wonder what the reason for those shows were. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
let me tell you, the reason for those shows is, as I said before, technical difficulties when it came to lighting and everything. I wish I had a million years to explain to y'all, but I'm gonna try to make it short and sweet as possible. In the beginning of the show, I never got my chance to work with the lighting people. We had 3 weeks of rehearsal, but I never got a chance to rehearse with the lighting people. And in my 15 years, I never had it was never one show I've done, even in my talent show days when I wasn't even known, I got a chance to work with the lighting people, and I just did not get my chance to do that. You know, and
so you left though, no? You have to go.
No, I don't. Just hold on. What'd you say?
Okay, so I'm sorry. So for lighting reasons, I mean that's hard. I want you to make me understand or people understand, because it's hard to understand.
Let me make you understand. I have no problem.
It's hard to understand how you could leave an arena because of something of the lighting. Like how serious is that, or what would make you do that? You know what I mean?
Well, when you are a perfectionist and you a guy that likes to give 100% with your shows, and when you done put $1.5 million up on the stage, let me just be real with you, you want your $1.5 million out of that, because that's a lot of damn money on the stage. And when you feel you're being cheated out of that, and nobody is giving you the chance to work with the people you're supposed to work with, as far as the lighting people are concerned, that's why I always told people my deal was with the lighting people at that point in time. And everybody know about it. I went off on the lighting man at one point. You know, even though I finished the show out, I did go off on the lighting man at that point. But it was problems with the lighting. There was problems with a lot of things like that. But like I say, JF changed the show, shortened the show. He left a couple of shows. I came out and told the fans, hey, you know.
So what happens now? I mean, you obviously heard Jay when he came up here and how he feels, how strongly he feels about the situation. I mean, what happens now? I guess this tour is not going to continue, I'd imagine.
Well, I don't know. I'm willing to finish the tour. I'm going to be here in New York tomorrow, at Madison Square Garden, ready to put on a show. My eyes are better, Hopefully, security will be checking everybody. I have no problem performing.
But I mean, the state of whatever the relationship is now. I mean, Jay's obviously when you called, he didn't want to pick up. Like, it's very tense and I guess
when I
upset.
Called?
Didn't you call, or somebody said you were calling? No. Earlier? Oh, okay. Well, somebody had told me you were on the phone, so I had said to him you were on the phone, and he didn't even want to pick up the phone.
That wasn't me on the phone. I thought to do the very thing that I did is just come.
To come by.
Yeah, just like he did, just like anybody
I thank you for that, too. I thank you for that.
So there could be a show tomorrow, Ange. There could be a show tomorrow.
It could be. I mean, I would imagine the conversation.
Jay was saying he would want to do his show, and all saying now that he wants to do his show.
But these guys go on show on stage together for most of the part.
No, we just go on the show for the very beginning. We do like maybe about 9 to maybe 8 or 9 minutes on stage, and then that'd be it, and we start switching back and forth.
Is there any part of you that feels like maybe you could have just been panicking or something?
Yeah.
Tonight?
Yeah, but I wasn't going to take any chances. Yeah, something sometimes tell me, man, was I just no. But then when I say I saw what I saw, I'm not crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not crazy. But anybody that would see something like that, I'm not the first, and I know I'm not the last. They're gonna let security know. Security's gonna put them to the side, and they're gonna go check things out. If they feel that things are safe, they're gonna come back to the artist and tell the artist everything's cool. The artist is gonna come back if he feels that everything's cool. That's what I did. And when I did that, coming to the stage, I got pepper sprayed.
Right.
I ain't never been pepper sprayed in my whole life. I ain't know what the hell it was. You know what I'm saying? It was in my eyes. It was in my mouth. And
so you think
so
you could really, like, you could do a show tomorrow? And
why wouldn't I be able to?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm getting a different. Obviously, you're in a different, completely different place than Jay was when he got up here.
Why? You know why? Because it's, and I want my fans to know that it's always two sides to a story. You know, I'm not gonna get up here and dog nobody or blame nobody or do anything. I'm just gonna tell what happened. That's what happened.
You have to have some kind of feeling about what he said tonight, or
who wouldn't, of course, but I'm not an amateur. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm here for my fans. I'm not here for Jay. I'm here for my fans. They don't want buys our records. They don't want, and if something happened on that stage, I don't care if it was 3 or 4 shows, I would get on the radio or do whatever I had to do to apologize to my fans and explain to them, because yes, we owe them an explanation. But it's not going to be a negative explanation toward Jay-Z.
So as far as you stand, you would finish this tour?
Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I?
I guess just all of us got the impression at this point that there's been problems. Like tonight happened, but that there's been problems throughout this tour.
It's going to always be problems. It's going to always be problems. Y'all
I mean, problems to the point that shows are not happening. Problems to the point that you're leaving
shows are happening. Like I say, there was a time when Jay has left shows. You know what I'm saying? He had to go. He had to jet. You know what I'm saying? And I went out there and I said, due to whatever, I'm going to go on
When
and
did
finish
Jay
the
leave?
show.
What show was that?
People booed, but that's all right. I got him right back into
What
it.
city was that?
I don't know what city it was, but
because I didn't hear about that.
Right. You're not going to hear about that. You know, because I didn't make it a big deal. I didn't talk about no. I didn't make it negative or anything. You know what I'm saying? But
wow. So
I love my fans. I love my fans. I thank you guys for playing my records and supporting R. Kelly. That's what I'm here to do, is explain to you guys. Again, I'm going to end it with this. I'm not jealous of Jay-Z. I'm a fan of Jay's. Tone Trackmaster, get him in here. He know how much I talk about Jay. I be back there dancing while Jay out there on the stage. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm very secure in who I am. And I understand that hip-hop brings a certain level of energy. And R. Kelly brings a certain level of energy. Hip-hop, Jay brings a certain type of energy because he's hip-hop. It's up-tempo, he's wrong. And R. Kelly brings a certain level of energy with my music, and I understand those things.
When he was here,
there's no way that I could be like, man, jealous of him.
When he was here, he mentioned that he had a conversation with you about this, that he had pulled you aside, I guess, at some point and said, had a talk with you about this. Did that happen?
Talk to me about what?
The fact that maybe you were feeling a way about people giving him more love or whatever, or I don't know, something like that. You didn't hear? Because he was up here earlier.
Bless his heart, never. Nah, we ain't never had a conversation like that.
And he started it too by saying that he had a conversation with you too about, I guess he feels like the people around you ain't, you know, keeping you as grounded as maybe he thinks you should be.
Well, my people didn't pepper spray anybody tonight. I got pepper sprayed no matter what me and Jay was going through. If we were going through anything, no matter what happened on that stage or off the stage or whatever, nobody, not only me, but nobody deserves to be pepper sprayed or anything like that. Nobody, especially if it's the, like you said earlier, the other half of the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? Nobody deserves that.
Wow. What a night, huh?
Yeah, it's all good.
I know you have to run. Your people are running you out of here. Are you okay though? Like with the doctors, you all right? Like could you perform? And just the last note.
They did to me the same thing they would do to anybody else that gets pepper spray.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you for real for coming by.
Thanks.
Relatively easy, like Jerry Heller. Cream is cherry vanilla. Got chicks in the telly, belly up, sounding like Mahalia. Trying to tell y'all know the style. Burn the town down and change the locale. I'm doing the same shit, except it's the jig. Jigger.